Okay, so hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tanya. If you're new here, hi, my name is Tanya. If you're a 10 subscriber, welcome back. So today, as you can probably tell by the title of the video, today we're gonna be solving some friendship and relationship dilemmas. We're gonna be talking all about the different things, you know. I asked you guys to send in your dilemmas, your friendship dilemmas, your relationship dilemmas on my Instagram. Let's get into the first dilemma. I'm so sorry if this camera is lopsided the whole time because I literally cannot tell. I don't know why, like I just can't tell, like is it a straight line, is it not, I don't know. Let's do the first dilemma. My best friend did not talk to me for close to a month for a really petty reason, but could never do the same to her guy who at one point told her to stop texting him when they were on a break. We patched things up, but I can't help but feel like I'm disposable when her boyfriends aren't. Okay, so this is so funny. First of all, I really think that these are two separate issues. Like, the first issue is that she didn't talk to you for a really long time because of something really petty. And then the second issue is, I don't think you should compare yourself to the fact that, you know, it's a guy. I just think, like, in general, if other people get a pass, you know, it's not necessarily a guy thing, even though it is. But my point is, they're two separate issues. I don't know, it depends on the petty thing. Like, what is it exactly that you did? Be honest, because everyone is always talking about the reaction, but nobody ever talks about what they did. So baby, I'm gonna need you to tell us what you did, okay? Don't be shy, we won't judge you. I won't judge you, okay? People make mistakes and people are not perfect. But you cannot tell people how to react to things when you're the one who's on the wrong. All you can do in your position is just apologize and do what you need to do to make up for that situation. Yeah, I wouldn't focus on how she reacts to any other person, because at the end of the day, that's her decision. And if she feels some type of way towards you, some people might even argue that for girl friendships, the stakes are much higher and the standards are much higher, because you feel like you're a lot more, you know, this friendship is a lot stronger than any other type of relationship that you'd have, romantic or not. You know, some people may argue that the standards are much higher, so obviously I would get even more mad at you if you did something because I expect better from you. Not that I don't expect better from my man, but it's just different. You get what I'm saying? We're not letting the man slide. We're just saying, like, I don't feel as hurt like when he does things to me the way I would feel hurt when my friend does something. You feel me? So yeah, that's just something you should talk to your friend about. I don't think it's worth writing off the entire friendship. I think it's just something to, especially if you're the one who's done something wrong, it doesn't matter if it's petty or not, you need to talk to the person about it. Is it weird that my boyfriend doesn't post me on any social media? We've been in a relationship for over a year now. Okay, I want to say yes immediately, but there's some situations where it's okay, because if you guys have both agreed that it should be a private relationship, then that's okay. If he's one of those guys who doesn't even use social media, like he's not like a social media guy and he doesn't post things in general, then that's fine. But if he's one of those guys who literally like posts everything, like he's an oversharer he's an oversharer and he doesn't post you, baby, that's something wrong. I don't know, this, yeah. Some guys who, they don't want to appear like they're taken. They don't want to appear like they have a girlfriend. They want to have the illusion of being single so that they don't spoil their market. Like, we know what that means, okay? And you know what that means, okay? So you already know what to do. Like, you don't even have to address it. Like, this is not something to address. Like, this is just something to, oh, okay, so that's how you want to act? Cool. Bye. You should go to someone who is proud to be with you. This guy could be trying his hardest to cover his tracks and cover the fact that he has a girlfriend. Meanwhile, there's a guy out there who would be so happy to have you, who would literally be parading you around, not parading, but literally like holding you up like a trophy and showing everybody like, this is my girl, like for real, screaming from the mountaintops, and just so happy to have you. So why would you be with a guy like this when you could be with a guy who's so happy to be with you, who literally like takes you everywhere, you know, loves you loudly? And don't be with a guy who does this. This is super shady, okay? Let him go, please. Next. What do I do when we have arguments and I get annoyed? My boyfriend is the one cutting calls on me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but when a man cuts a phone on me, I'm never gonna call him or talk to him ever again. Because why do you think you can cut the phone on me? Like, that's crazy. A man should never, you should never be in a situation where a man is cutting the phone on you. And if that's the case, like, if you're gonna cut the phone on me, cut me out of your life, okay? Find somebody else to play with. What would you do if your man read your journal and confronted you about some shit that you wrote about him in there? I would say that I'm writing a book and I said that for dramatic flair, and it's just like, you know, an exaggeration. Tell him that. First of all, why are you going through my journal? That's your get out card. The fact that you read my journal. Like, if he asks you why you said that about him, ask him, why did you read my journal? Like, that's the end of the argument. Are you kidding me? Why are you reading my journal? And that's your get out card, babe. If he gets hurt by what he read in your journal, then that's too bad, because he shouldn't have been reading the journal in the first place. Like, what are you doing there? That was not meant for you to read. My friend's man wanted me. Nothing happened, but she ended up coming to me as a woman and threatening me. Am I wrong for wondering why my friend didn't defend me, knowing that nothing happened? On top of which, becoming besties with a girl who threatened me, a person she was supposedly closer to. There's two issues here. The fact that your friend didn't defend you when she knew the truth, and that she befriended the girl, although it seems like she was already friends with this girl. Unless I'm not understanding something, it definitely seems like they were already friends. So I don't think that's really much of an issue, unless it's a situation where they're becoming closer over this issue, which is weird, because two people that bond over a problem is trauma bonding. It's not a real friendship. Like, hello. I've always felt like it's wrong for someone to not vouch for you, not even vouching, but like co-sign the fact that, you know, to co-sign the truth if they were there and they saw what happened and they know that you're telling the truth. It literally costs you nothing to say, yeah, I was there and I saw that happen. Maybe she just didn't want to be like in the mix and be in the middle of what happened, but there's nothing wrong with saying like, I know that nothing happened. Okay, as far as I'm concerned and from what I saw, that definitely didn't happen. I think you should ask your friend about that and ask her why she didn't just like vouch for you, even though she knows that what you said is the truth. Arm's length until you feel okay about the situation again, because this is a little bit weird. So I recently found out my man is married and the wife found out about me too. She threatened me a lot, and my man has been threatening her to leave me alone and file for a divorce because he doesn't want me to leave him. Turns out she had cheated first and now he did the same to her. Any advice? My advice would be to leave that man alone. Me personally, I can't deal with a guy that has too much baggage. Like, he has other things going on with other girls. Like, you know, he just comes with drama and comes with like extra like stuff. I don't like dealing with guys like that because there's so many men on this planet. Why do you want this guy that's coming with drama and like a mess and just being annoying? There's some men who actually think that this is cute. Like, they think like, oh, having a bunch of women fighting over me and stressing out girls is a flex. Like, bro, you're a burden. Like, you are a burden. Like, seriously, you're so annoying, and like nobody wants to deal with that. Like, who wants to deal with that unless you really don't like yourself? Okay, like you really don't like yourself, then maybe I can understand why you'd want to deal with this guy, because this is somebody who will never give you peace, clearly, okay? And if you think that he's bringing that drama just to somebody else, and if you think that's a special situation and that's why that's happening, he's gonna do the exact same thing to you, and it's not gonna be funny, okay? People that do tit for tat instead of just leaving, like, find something better to do with your time, okay? Because now you've done tit for tat, it makes you just, he still did what he did, so I'm gonna need you to wake up and find another man. That's what I would do. That's my advice to you. Find a new man, period. My friend started acting weird out of the blue. She wasn't responding to texts and only called me to ask her something. Her boyfriend also started acting weird towards mine, and he had said something negative about me to her when they were arguing. She told me about before that. What would Tanya do? I think that the friend and the guy are talking badly about you. That's just my guess, okay? I don't know if it's true. I'm just speculating, okay? But it's not your business to predict and walk on eggshells around people and predict what they're thinking, what their next move is gonna be. Like, just let things play out, and until somebody says something, then it doesn't exist, it didn't happen. Okay, if they're acting weird, you can ask them about it, like, is there something wrong, is there something that you want to talk to me about? And if they say no, then that's it, there's no problem then, period. Don't try to understand people's actions. Like, you're just gonna stress yourself out, okay? We're all grown. If you have a problem and I ask you about it, just say, you know, just go to your friend and say, listen, I've been noticing that you're a bit distant lately. You know, is there something that you want to talk to me about? Is there something that I did that's making you uncomfortable? You know, that's if you've obviously, because you've obviously noticed that there's something wrong. You've obviously noticed that there's a change in her behavior. But if she says no, or, you know, she doesn't want to talk about it, then that's up to her. You can't don't feel bad about something that is out of your control. If she feels some type of way and she doesn't want to say anything about it, then so be it. There's nothing that you can do. I have a friend who never likes or comments on my Instagram posts, no matter how good I look, but she'll be the first to view. I think this is very weird. Every time I see one of my friends on my feed, whether they look good or not, or whether I understand what the post is about or not, I will like the picture. I will like it. I can't really speak on not interacting because I don't understand why somebody would do that. I'm not like that, so I don't know. I think it's so important to be intentional with friendships and be intentional with your presence. Like, if you're gonna be in my life, or if I'm going to be in somebody else's life, I want to try and at least show my love and show that I care, you know, through like things, tiny things like this. It literally costs you nothing to like your friend's picture. It's very weird to consciously like not interact, unless they're one of those people who doesn't really post anything. They don't post anything on social media, they don't really like pay much attention, then that's a different case. But if they're consciously like not doing that, I do think it's kind of weird. But oftentimes that behavior feeds into other stuff as well, so watch out for other types of behavior, because that alone, I don't think, in my opinion, is big enough of an issue to bring up. It sounds a bit dumb to bring up. It only is weird when it's compounded with other weird behavior, if that makes any sense. I would wait for something else to happen before bringing it up, because something will happen, in my opinion. Things like situations like that, behaviors like that always manifest into something bigger, so just wait and see. Yeah, good luck. What should I do if a coworker is flirting with my partner after walking in on the coworker? I think that this is 110% your partner's responsibility. Your partner has to be the one to tell them, you need to stop doing that. That's making me uncomfortable. I'm married, or I have a wife, I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend, and that makes me uncomfortable, so please stop doing that. But if your partner is entertaining it and likes the attention, then it's not gonna stop. So I think you should just not worry about things that clearly, you know, your man should be handling or your partner should be handling. don't stress over things that your partner should be handling. Like some issues that if your partner was not entertaining them, they would never happen. So just keep that in mind. If it keeps happening, it means that somebody's entertaining it. Not somebody may be your man. Been in a new relationship for 3 weeks now. He's so sweet. He's still friends with his ex though, and they've been together for 4 years and broke up in January. I can't lie, I told him their friendship concerns me. He said there's nothing there, but they talk every day, even when we're spending quality time. I don't know how to feel. I think you know exactly how you feel, and that's why you've written this. Well, where do I even start with this? Haven't we talked about this before? We all know that men hold on to things that happened to them in high school. And here you are in a relationship with a man who broke up with his ex of 4 years in January this year. Really? And then on top of that, he's still talking to the... Like, there's some things that really shouldn't... There's some things that we really should not be, like, tolerating. Okay? You need to judge a man by his actions, okay? All this, oh, she's just a friend, she's just this, she's just that. But the energy and the contacting every day and the time, you know, that's still like... Are you kidding me? Please, what you need to... Let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go up to your man and tell him, thank you so much for this relationship, but I'm done, okay? Don't tell him what to do. Don't tell him that she needs to be cut off. Don't tell him that he should never talk to her again. Just tell him, I'm done with you because that friendship makes me sick. And then see what he says. If he says now, okay, if he offers to never speak to her again, to cut that relationship off, and to actually show you that you matter and your concerns matter to him, then we have something to talk about, you know. Then we can come to the table and we can discuss our options. But until that happens, baby, cut him off. End that relationship now. By doing that, you're definitely going to see exactly how that man feels about you. And if he doesn't care about you, he's gonna be like, okay, bye. Well, I'm not gonna cut somebody off to talk to you or to be in a relationship with you, that's for sure. But if he does care about you, he'll be like, listen, these are the options, I'm willing to work this out, you know. That's gonna really tell you how he feels, okay? So good luck, my love. I barely have friends. Like, I've cut off so many people and now I'm alone. Should I start giving them more grace? Absolutely not. Give people grace, obviously, where it's needed and where you can, but don't be dumb, okay? And don't allow yourself to slip into old habits and rekindle terrible relationships and friendships just because you're lonely. Like, really? Like, there's so many things that you can do with your time. You could do yoga, you could do, I don't know, learn a new recipe, you could learn a new skill, you can apply for a new job, you could this, like, the list is endless. You can actually do so many things. You don't have to be with that lame ass friend or that lame ass man, okay? You don't have to do that because there's so many other things that you could be doing, baby. When you have standards, by the way, please be prepared to go through lonely phases, okay? That's the price you're gonna pay for your peace. That's the price you're gonna pay for having standards and sticking to them, okay? But to me, that's a small price, baby. And some people call it loneliness, but I call it peace and quiet. Like, hello, come on. Just because I'm by myself and I have to do things by myself, like, I know things can get lonely, but I would much rather have peace and quiet than waking up to a new type of disrespect every morning. Like, no thank you. I don't have energy for that anymore. I literally do not have energy to be disrespected. Like, literally, people hate the fact that they can't disrespect you. They hate that they're out there telling the next person that, oh, you're this and you're that, da da da, all because you didn't let them disrespect you. You didn't let that disrespect slide, okay? Baby, open the door and let them out. You could go right where you came from, okay? Because you want to disrespect me, nobody around me disrespects me. So why do you think that you can come in and disrespect me because you feel like, oh, I have a small group of friends? There's a reason why I have a small group of friends, okay? And we all love and respect each other. And if you cannot do that, look at me going on a different tangent. The point is, do not rekindle friendships that you left behind for a reason, okay? Like, please. You don't have to do that. That's you're gonna go out sad, real sad, and I don't want that for you, okay? I want us to have respectful friendships. Just like anything that's worth having, you're gonna have to wait for a while. You're gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have to go out and be social, meet new people, and work to get those friends that you've been looking for, those good, reliable, honest, loyal friends that you're looking for, okay? Don't give up and be like, well, should I just start giving pieces of trash grace? Like, no, don't give a piece of trash grace. Like, throw trash in the bin where they belong, okay? They don't need to be given grace, they need to be thrown in the bin. Next question. Sorry about the lighting change, but it's getting dark. So I've had to ask my man to unfollow his previous talking stage. Was that the right move? No, I don't think you should ask a man to do anything, because if you know if he ends up like hating you, he'll be like, yeah, it's because you told me to do XYZ, it's because you told me to do this, because you told me to do that. Or if when you guys break up, he'll be like, yeah, it's because she forced me to do this, it's because you forced me to do that, that's why the relationship ended. Always say, this is my issue, and let them offer, okay? Let them offer a solution for it, and let the solution be their idea, because you don't want a situation where you're forcing anybody to do anything. Do whatever you want. If that's what you want to do, if you want to continue following randoms, go ahead and follow them, babe. But if you don't, and you want to respect me and you want to be a part of this relationship, then what are you going to do about it? And let's hear the answer. And if the answer is giving what it's supposed to give, then we're going to take you back. But if not, bye. High school friendship. Still doesn't know my birthday. Still doesn't know the most basic stuff about me. I can almost swear they're sneak dissing and acting like they're a friend to my face. I doubt there's any respect there, but it's fine. What do I do? This is not even an issue that you should be having or thinking about, because this person is clearly not your friend. So I wouldn't be pressed over somebody who clearly doesn't care about me. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you don't care about me, then okay, like, you know, like, try not to get so worked up about people who clearly don't care about you. Like, just leave them alone. This person is basically saying, leave me alone. Why are you still there? You know? My boyfriend wants to have my Instagram account details, but I just don't feel like giving him. He's already given me his account details without me asking, and I never actually asked. I never actually thought about it. What should I do? He normally feels bad when I refuse to do stuff, especially because he asked me to do it. I appreciate the fact that he's trying to be transparent with you, but that's not the way to go about it. You give me your details if you want to, but I'm not going to give you mine until I'm ready. And to expect somebody to do it just because you did it, you shouldn't be doing things just because the other person did it, okay? And you shouldn't expect the other person to do something for you just because you did it. Do things from the kindness of your own heart. Do them because you want to do it, not because you're thinking that if I do this, I know she's gonna do that. Like, no, okay? If that's what you were expecting, that's probably something he should have said before, like, before he gave you the details. Like, just because he gave you his details, it doesn't mean anything. That holds no water at all. I mean, it does. Let me not be mean. It does. It shows that he's trying to be transparent with you, but I think it's wrong for him to force you. How do you get over an ex? I think you should, this isn't the best advice, but I think you should go out on new dates with new people. That's the quickest way to get over someone if you're looking for a temporary fix, okay? For provided that you don't take these people seriously, then it's gonna work. But if you're genuinely trying to move on to another relationship with these new people, then that's weird, and I don't feel like it's not for everyone. Try and surround yourself with friends, and always like have something to do so that you're occupied, so that you're not in your feelings. But it's also not a problem to be in your feelings about something like this. Like, you've just broken up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, so just relax and feel your feelings. Cry, it's okay. If you want to cry, you can cry, you know, we all cry, like, come on. So it's no biggie, like, just cry about it and then move on. I'm in a relationship with the sweetest boy, but recently I ran into an old crush and the feelings rekindled. He just got out of a relationship, so I don't know if the interest he expressed is genuine or he's just looking for a rebound. He is just looking for a rebound. I'm gonna tell you that for sure. I'm not saying for sure, but like, to be on the safe side, me, I'd rather be on the safe side with a guy than make the wrong decision and then things don't go as planned, okay? And you're already in a relationship, you have a good thing going, so stay there. Don't risk it all for a man who probably is still in love with his ex. Seriously, like, come on, we've been through this. Don't do that. How do I ask a friend for my money back when they're so clearly avoiding me? It's not that hard. Just text them and be like, hey babe, hey babe, oh yeah, like, I completely forgot, but can you please you know, send me the money for the dinner that I took care of the other time. Thank you, XX, or heart emoji, you know, something really sweet. It's not that hard. You don't have to be rude about it. Like, don't be rude, just ask her politely. There's nothing wrong with saying that. Like, if someone asked me that, I don't have any problem with that. Like, of course, maybe she just forgot, or I don't know, was waiting to get some money. I don't know, like, you don't know, just ask her nicely. One of my friends randomly cut me off one time. She blocked me. I sent her a text asking what's wrong. She didn't tell me, but she told everyone else. I told her I don't want to be friends, but she can just tell me what I did. I even apologized. She still didn't tell me and continues to tell everyone else but me. I eventually blocked her. What do you feel like you did wrong? Okay, like, I know that people's reactions sometimes can be questionable, but we also need to turn the finger on ourselves and point at ourselves and ask yourself, what did I do to possibly make her behave this way? And if you can come up with a few answers, then I guarantee you that one of them is probably right. But what I will say is a bit tricky is the fact that you asked her what the issue is and she refused to talk to you. That's up to her. Like I said before, you can't take responsibility for things that other people can't even talk to you about. How am I supposed to take accountability and apologize to you when you can't even acknowledge that there's an issue to begin with? Okay, we can't even fix a friendship if you don't tell me what's wrong and we don't lay things out on the table and have an honest conversation. Okay, so, you know, she's not gonna give you the chance to fix things, so that's just it. Like, accept things for what they are. It really, really sucks, but that's just how life is sometimes. People will do things and, you know, they don't make sense to you, and you just have to pick up the pieces and move on. It's really, really sad, but that's just the way things go. My ex-best friend, 21, is now dating my cousin, 28, and I'm the one who introduced them. It's now so weird for me, and I don't know how to work around this dynamic, but to be honest, I really want them to break up because, first of all, ew, and I don't like how she's controlling and has made my cousin and I's relationship affected. I cut both of them off, but I miss my cousin. What should I do? You can try and talk to your cousin and let them know how you feel, but if your cousin is not gonna do anything about it, then you're just gonna have to wait it out. If you love your cousin, you're gonna wait it out, especially if it's a situation like, you know how people in relationships, like, they don't really listen to other people. Like, they need to see things for themselves. They're not gonna believe words, you know. They need to see the disrespect live in action. They need to see the they need to see things actually going wrong before they make a move. So sometimes you just have to let people learn on their own and see how things pan out. So yeah, there's nothing that you can do. Your hands are tied. Just let things play out, okay? I love you too. Mwah. I'm 22 and I'm uncomfortable doing 50-50 with my boyfriend. How to address it? Look him in the eyes and say, I'm looking for a real man. No, just say like, listen, you know, I really appreciate you and I love our friendship or relationship. It is a friendship though. If we're going 50-50, that's a friendship to me. Like, sit him down and tell him, just be 100% honest. Just be like, you know, in a relationship I expect the man, or I expect my man to be generous. I expect my man to take care of me, and going 50-50 with a man is not something that I envisioned for myself ever. So I'm gonna have to end this relationship right now because that's just one of the things that I just can't deal with. I'm not comfortable with that. And if he says, well, I can't, okay, you don't have to say you're gonna end the relationship. Just say like, I'm not comfortable with that. Just literally the way you're saying it right now to me, tell him I'm uncomfortable with going 50-50 with a man, because my idea of a real man is a man who takes care of his lady and knows how to treat her and makes her happy. And going 50-50 is not making me happy, it's not making me feel like a treat, okay? It's just jading me. I'm jaded by that. You don't have to say it exactly like that, but you get the point, okay? And yeah, just let him know exactly how you feel. Don't spare his feelings, okay? Because if the tables were turned and he was unhappy with something that you did, baby, he would be in your face about it, okay? So make sure you tell him just like that and let him decide what he is going to do about it. If he says, oh, you know, I'm not at that position where I can be doing this, that, or if he just says, no, I'm not able to go more than 50-50, then say, okay, I'm not able to do this relationship, period. We have a very large world, guys. There's somebody out there who will do it if that man doesn't. I promise you. At the end of the day, if you said that you're 22, baby, this is trial and error period, okay? Yeah, so that was the final question. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Let me know what you guys think about the different dilemmas, and let me know what other videos you guys would like to see from me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Mwah.